Hello everyone, Derek Sam Toys, and we just finished up the Ultimate Edition Series 21 Cody Rhodes review. As you can see, the box is still sitting there. If you watched that one, you would know that we have two more figure reviews today, hopefully, maybe a little bit more depending on how Walmart goes, because I do plan on stopping by Walmart today. Ooh. Anyway, of course, so we do at least got one package here. You don't know exactly who it is, at least unless you've been paying really good attention to the thumbnails, because it's not like I hide it in the thumbnail at all, let alone the title of the video. So you'll already know before I even open this up. But that doesn't matter. I'm just rambling. Why don't we get this man's out of the package and we can see exactly who it is? Well, alrighty, you guys, as you can see, we have the Ultimate Edition Series 22 Gunther and all of his glory, and I will not lie, the way he came, and I'm gonna be completely honest, this is also from Wrestling Collector's Shop, I'm not exactly the most pleased. Like, as you can see, he's got like a little chip in his chest there. He's got strain, like, marks on his back here. His neck peg is actually really fucked up. If I can get the head off easy here, you'll see the neck peg is really messed up in there. I don't know if that was because of shipping or if he sent it to me like that or whoever it is. I don't know. Maybe it is a he, maybe it's not. But I'm not exactly too pleased with it. Everything else seems pretty alright though, of course. He does look a tad bit too slim, but that's besides the point. I'm just happy that the boot isn't popping off like it was when I took it out of the packaging. So, with that being said, why don't we take a quick gander at his accessories real quick. Of course, he's got 3 sets of different hands. He's got a set of mic holding / weapon holding hands. He's got a set of chop hands that look way better than they usually do. And of course he comes with a set of fisted hands. He's got the, I'd say that's the, what is it, like Elite 92? What, I can't remember exactly what series the Gunther is from, but oh, I thought there was a little, like, stress mark in the chest piece. It's just the way the light is reflecting off. But that is a previously used head scan. Plus, we've got this screaming head scan, which looks really good. I can't complain about any of these head scans here. And we've also got this, like, mean, grimacing looking head scan. So definitely some nice accessories so far. It wouldn't be an Ultimate Edition Gunther without his jacket now. Of course, it's looking a little wonky right now, but when it's all nice up and on the figure, it does look really good. You've got the nice color in it, which I'd say this is like a brownish color maybe. I don't know, I could be wrong. It doesn't necessarily match up too well with the jacket in my opinion. Like, it does on camera, but it doesn't really pick up as well like in person in my opinion. Like, the brown on the jacket just looks a tad shade darker, but that's whatever. Of course, getting into the Gunther or the Walter himself, he's got the same colored boots with socks along with the tights. There's nothing too special on this Gunther, if we're gonna be completely honest here. If anything, the only thing that's like really special about it would probably be like the alternative head scans and shish of that nature. Of course, for it being an Ultimate Edition, he is posing around really nice, really buttery smooth. Still kind of disappointed about the neck peg though, but at least if anything, it looks like he can deliver a really good fucking big boot. Will say though, it is kind of weird seeing his legs be so slim, but I don't think it's the biggest ordeal. I mean, he is kind of slimmer now compared to how he was, say, a few years ago when he was wrestling in NXT UK and stuff of that nature. But yeah, why don't we maybe bust out another Gunther and we can kind of pose him up and get into our final thoughts on this bad boy. Alrighty, you guys, now that we've got the Ultimate Edition Gunther kind of posed up with the Mattel Elite Gunther, whether it's the top picks or the Elite 92, I think it is. I want to say it's 92. Feel free to correct me if I am wrong, because it could be 102 for all I realistically know. But I've got both of these bad boys sitting up side by side. I could have busted out the Walter and we could have potentially done like a Spider-Man ordeal where he's like posing fingers at each other. But I didn't feel like taking the time to grab that, if we're going to be honest. But if we're taking a good look at both of these, when it comes to the height department, it looks like they scale up pretty well alongside each other. But if you have seen the review on this one, you would know the formula on this one is a hell of a lot more jacked, as where the Ultimate Edition looks way more slimmer. So which one is more accurate? I'm not exactly too sure, if we're going to be honest. I would say maybe the Elite one's a bit more accurate, at least as far as arm size goes. But I don't know, maybe worst case scenario, if you really want to and the Ultimate Edition is that much of a must use, maybe you take the arms off of the Elite, put them on the Ultimate Edition, and boom, that at least fixes part of your problem there. As far as the leg size and stuff goes, because the legs didn't really look all that much better compared to the Elite. I don't know if there's a way you can swap the legs on to each other and maybe then swap the boots, even though the socks wouldn't be too accurate, but I don't know, I'm giving options here. I'm trying to think of ways you could maybe make this Ultimate Edition look and feel a bit better in hand, because you know, in the shots and stuff like that, I didn't think it looked too bad from pictures, but having it in hand, he does definitely feel way more slimmer than he should, which is maybe a problem for some, but it's not the biggest problem for me. You know, it's just kind of whatever. But what would I rank this figure on a scale of 1 to 10? I'd have to maybe give him a good solid 7.5. He's not terrible. Mine is kind of a little wonky as far as like some of the neck area is, and the like stress marks on the torso and shit of that nature. It's a little wonky, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of upset that mine came like that, and I can only hope that the other figure is not in that kind of condition when I take him out of the packaging. We'll check that out though here in a minute, because if I can, I'm gonna try to blow through these reviews as fast as I can. But yeah, as far as everything goes, 7.5 I think is pretty solid for this Ultimate Edition. He's not the worst, but he's definitely not the best. I don't know, what's your guys' opinion on the Ultimate Edition versus the Mattel here? I kind of like the Mattel a little bit better, but whatever the case may be, I don't know, because I'm not you. But what the fun reality is what would I rank them on the 1 to 5 star match, the 1 to Young Buck match? I would have to give this Gunther Ultimate Edition a good solid 3.3. I would do 3.5 out of 5 stars, but I feel like the 3.3 kind of serves it justice. All the accessories and stuff like that are nice. I can't complain. If anything, it's mainly just the formula here. He does look a little too scrawny, but maybe that's just me, maybe it's not, because I know MDT kind of had a similar opinion about the legs and stuff of that nature. I don't know if the arms are really that big of an issue. In my opinion, it's the legs mainly for me that look a little weird. But everything seems to pose around pretty well, as far as him doing boots, him bending his knees and all that kind of stuff. It felt pretty nice. It didn't feel terrible. So I think I gave him a pretty good solid reviewing there. And if you think so too, maybe if you would like to, feel free to leave a like in the video. And if not, oh well, womp womp I guess. But if you did like this video, normally I don't cut into the outro like this, but you can feel free to check out some of my other action figure content, such as, you know, unboxings, action figure reviews such as this one. And we also do pick fed content as well if you are into watching action figure matches and stuff of that nature. So, you know, feel free to go check out all that stuff. We do have playlists for shit of that nature in the in the channel like playlist section. It should be, I don't know exactly, I normally just say on the channel, but anyways, we do have 2 more things. Yes, we do have 2 more things. If you would like to, feel free to also go follow us on Instagram. I say us as if there's multiple people realistically here. It's all my efforts mainly that get put into these, though I will say, because I tend to shout them out every now and again, but I want to throw it out there that my buddy Action Figure Universe does tend to help me out with some storylines every now and again. He does suggest some really good ideas, and some of them I want to say, have seen play out on the screen so far. So you'll have to let me know how you feel about the extra help, and maybe one of these days you could potentially help me out with some pig-fed storylines if you'd really like to. I don't know, maybe that's all up to you, and we'll have to think about that as time goes on. But with that being said, we have the one last request, one more thing. If you guys could, feel free to help out and subscribe. It is free to subscribe after all. We are on the road to 250 subs as of recording this video. I want to say it is currently 232. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I highly doubt that, though, because you don't know when I recorded this. This could have been recorded on, the 9th. I don't know. Maybe today's the 10th. Beats me. I don't know why I'm acting as if it isn't, but yeah. If you guys would like to, feel free to help me out on that. We are approaching our 2-year anniversary here on the channel, so it would be kind of neat if we could reach the goal of 250 subs by our 2-year anniversary. I've kind of got a couple of videos I've been planning out. Whether they both come out or not, I don't know. We'll have to see. But with that all being said, have a good rest of your night, day, evening, whatever the case may be. I don't know, because I am not in your time zone. And we are out of here. Deuces, ooses, Gunther.